Alrighty, ready to take us to paradise?
Yeah, you ready to have some fun here?
Yes.
I got some craziness.
On pins and needles, waiting to hear what you text me earlier about something about your theories or whatever, and I'm
I
like,
got a
oh no,
couple here. I
surprise
got a
me.
couple here. All right, here we go. What's up, everybody? So many shows, so many shows.com, so many mashups. This is Mike. This is Pete. This is Paradise Season 2, Episode 6, titled Jane.
Yes.
All about Jane, my sweetheart. She might be the perfect girl. Just saying. She might be. What do you think,
That
Mike?
is hilarious. I'm rooting for the two of you. I really am, but I don't think it's gonna work.
Well, first you can say hi to our audience, and then you can tell us why Alex Q picked Don, because I'm thinking about that first. In the beginning of the episode, there was a message.
Yes. Oh, the Circuit City guy.
Yes.
Okay.
So my question to you is, why did Alex Q, now we don't know who Alex is or what Alex is yet. Why did
Okay.
Alex Q decide in 1997 to send the message to Don specifically?
Yes. Okay. I thought you were talking about Sinatra going to meet or having Jane go meet the people at the doorway. Okay. So I first of all, I'm gonna say hello, everybody. Welcome back to our Paradise Theory slash Mashup podcast here. I was thinking about that since I watched the episode. I'm like, how did whatever the program or like you said, Alex, how did it might know what Jane would be unless he can see into the future? Like we've been talking about, is there time travel involved with this show? We don't know yet. So I was trying to figure out how the hell this Alex computer or whatever system thing was reaching out to a guy in 1997 who worked for Circuit City. For those of you that are probably younger, Circuit City was like the Best Buy competitor, and I don't think they're around anymore.
Wow, there's no
But
more Circuit City. I didn't know that.
I don't think there's any more Circuit Cities. I could look it up though.
I never
Circuit
shopped
City.
there ever. So,
Okay, so it is failing, but or at least declining. I think there's still some Circuit Cities out there, but it's declining in service.
so not only did this message get sent to the email, so the message also got sent to the beeper, which that was a
Yep.
good throwback, the pager,
Yes.
and then every other form of technology. But why Don? I don't know why Don.
Yeah, neither do I. I was trying to figure out what his connection to the storyline is.
And then I also thought that it was crazy the way Don approached it.
Yes.
You got to plan that a little bit better.
Yeah, you'd think ease into it a little bit instead of going
Well,
right
here's
at the
so
woman.
so here's the thing. Here's the thing. He goes, I actually have it up here, so I'm going to read it. Email on June 6th at 12:01, a killer will be born. From Alex Q, date May 29th, 1997. To Don. Subject on June 6th, blah, 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 blah. A killer will be born on June 6th at 12:01 a.m. She can be stopped when it matters if you deliver a message to her. So, what is the message he's supposed to deliver to her? Is it that a killer will be born or she can be stopped when it matters is the message, or what's the message? Because we didn't see Don deliver no message, right? We just saw him go, you this killer, she's gonna be a killer, she's gonna be a killer, and then got arrested.
Yeah, yeah, he
And
was
we didn't see Don
scaring
again.
the crap out of the mom of Jane or Jane's mom, and then he got taken away by security for the hospital
So
there.
here's my thing. So it's say you go, it's 2026 here, and say they're following our timeline, right? With the years,
Yep.
1997, that's 20, 30 years.
Yeah.
Don is what at this point in this show right now? 35, 40?
At the beginning,
In 97, yes, Don would
yeah,
have been,
I
you
would
look like
put him
he's
at
about 35, 40. Or you think
yeah,
younger?
yeah, maybe mid 30s, early to mid
So
30s.
even if you say he's 30, just to be safe,
Yep.
you go 30 years later, Don's 60. Are we going to see Don in episode 7 or episode 8 come out of nowhere? Like, I gave that message to this bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. Good
or
question.
what message did he give? Did he ever even, or did he not give the message because he didn't get a chance to because he got arrested before he can give the message?
Yeah. And now that with
So,
the society all collapsing and everything, I'm hoping I don't see a character like that kind of being a one and done or wasted like that. So, I mean, we saw that in season one, the librarian turned out to be the killer, spoiler alert, of President. So, but we
so
only saw him like what, maybe once or twice during the whole season last year. So,
So here's the thing. Let's go into Alex a little bit now. Different variations and theories about what Alex is. So some people are saying that Alex is actually a course correcting machine.
okay.
So it's not exactly Sinatra sending anything back in time. All Sinatra is doing is taking the power from the bunker to this quantum physics, quantum whatever machine
Yep.
that was made by this guy Henry named Alex. and that Alex is actually, so like nobody, like no one said send this message to Don. It wasn't like somebody read the future and tried to change it by manually. Alex itself knew to send the message to Don for whatever reason. That was like Alex's prediction on how I can go back in time and course correct the whole situation.
Yeah.
So, and that it can be, if she gets this message, then she can be stopped when it matters. So the first theory is that Alex is actually its own machine controlled by itself, and that it's a course correction machine, and that the only way to stop Alex is to pull the cord on it. And Link knows that they keep messing around with the timeline through Alex, and that's why he says we got to get in and kill Alex.
Yep.
So that's one theory about Alex. I've been working on the name theory. So now here's another theory. This is one of the two theories that I came up with that will blow your mind. But the second one really blows your mind. The first one is just kind of like, okay, I can see Pete being stupid. So here I am. Alex. We keep thinking it's an acronym for something else, right?
Yes.
Well, advanced technology, living environment, whatever. I think it could also be the initials for 4 people that go back in time, or that change the timeline, or that can change the specific course of timeline for what they're looking for. Annie, who's now dead because she had the baby.
Yeah.
Link,
Yep.
who was the father. E is hard because there's no character named E in the show at all, ever. However, for like you said, we didn't find out about the library until later on in the season. So in episode 7 or episode 8, somebody can be like, "Hi, my name's Ed. I'm a time traveler," and whatever.
Yep.
Or it could mean Enos.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and then X would be for Xavier.
Nice.
So Link and Xavier we already know could do the time traveling thing.
Yep.
Or at least we suspect it's a time travel and
Yes.
some kind of vision, some sort of mind vision connection. So are these 4 people all connected? Blah blah blah. Also, another theory out there is that Jane and Link are both from different travel through time, and that Link named himself Link to throw Jane off because she's a big video game person.
Oh,
And
okay.
Link is Zelda Link, but whatever the case is.
Yes.
Also, so now we learn about Jane being a killer, right? And Jane is saying that she works for people and blah, blah, blah. And we saw that Billy I'm told this is your password back in the beginning.
Yep.
Who does Billy and Jane really work for?
Yeah.
That seemed to be protecting Sinatra.
Yep. Yeah.
That was another question.
Somebody above Sinatra that we know there's somebody above Sinatra.
Yes, that's running this operation, and Jane is actually a bodyguard for Sinatra at this point, and she explained that she shot her so Xavier wouldn't.
Yep.
And she made sure she shot her in a place where she wouldn't kill her. So Jane is actually we learned in this episode, Jane is a lot more skilled.
Oh, yes.
Than we have first anticipated. Also, she's a lot more insane.
Oh, big time. Yes.
She takes everything literally, and she latched onto mother-like figures and then tries to do whatever they can. Another theory out there is that, and this is not my theory, this is a theory somebody told me about, that the daughter is now trying to uncover Sinatra's thing.
Yes.
So now the theory is that Jane kills Sinatra's daughter, Hadley.
Oh, wow.
And that's what Sinatra sends Alex back in time, and Sinatra controls Alex, and that's why she says she can be stopped when it matters if you give her this message, and it has to do with whatever, because she said that my whole childhood was messed up ever since this letter. So in actuality, Jane could have became the killer because they keep sending this letter back in time, because she's always killing somebody wrong for Sinatra. And even on another crazy theory, Jane kills Hadley in this timeline, and in another timeline that they used Alex to switch the timelines, which we'll get to the timeline theory in a second, Jane kills Dylan.
Oh, geez.
The son. So the idea is that Jane keeps killing Sinatra's people, so Sinatra keeps sending Jane back in time. But that doesn't make sense to me, because when Sinatra was asked about is it for personal gain, she said no. Yeah. Which makes me think Alex is more of a course correction type deal for the whole world and not just for Sinatra's personal gains.
Yeah. Damn. That's interesting. That's good.
Now here we go. Here's my good theory. You ready for the good theory? Here's the good theory. So I watched the trailer again for season 2 because I got smart and I thought about it. I said, we've seen 6 episodes, only 2 episodes left. That's not a lot of TV time. At this point, you go back and watch the trailer for season 2 and you see what parts you haven't seen yet.
Oh, yeah. Good point.
Because those parts are the parts that are coming. So here's what I came up with. There's a scene in the trailer where Xavier's running with a vest on and a gun, and he looks like he's running out of the bunker. And the bunker doors are opening. Now we know that at some point the president's son is trying to he got down there with the bodyguard, well, his old Secret Service person and the creator of the bunker, and they went down there, and the idea was that they cut off the oxygen, the doors automatically open as a failsafe. So to me, what's going to happen is there's going to be because there's a big war. The doors are going and the guys inside the bunker are going to be preparing for defense. As long as they can't get in the bunker, we can't worry about it. The bunker doors are going to open because they're going to cut the oxygen off. This is not a spoiler, people. This is my prediction, my theory.
Yes.
And then as that bunker door opens, all of a sudden you're going to see now the people from the bunker, the fence from the bunker is going to be led by Xavier.
Oh, okay.
And Xavier, who never left the bunker,
Interesting. I like
because
that
this is
theory.
one timeline.
Yeah.
In this timeline, Xavier never left the bunker. He's on defense for the bunker. Link shows up and he's going to kill Link at the bunker. So he comes out, he sees Link, something happens. He ends up taking Link in with him at the end of the big war. And that's the vision that you see where Link can see Xavier in front of him
Yep.
as he's walking.
Yes.
That's Xavier bringing Link into the bunker while he's damaged or shot or wounded or whatever it might be. Link, Xavier had a flash moment in his head and let me save Link or whatever. Then they're going to flash to the other timeline, which is them getting off the train and him having a baby, and they pull up to the bunker and Link's there and he meets Link with his baby.
Oh, okay.
So we would have basically two separate shows at this point.
Yeah.
One show has a timeline that has them fighting, and Xavier never left to look for his wife and stayed there because he killed some whatever, and then or whatever. I don't know how they're gonna play it and make it happen, but I know that the writer of this show likes to do this kind of crazy shit.
Oh, yeah.
And the second, so it'll be two timelines split. To we're actually watching two separate shows, so to speak.
Interesting. I like
This
that.
whole time, yes.
Yeah.
And then the whole idea of Alex is that they find out at the end that this is why the timelines are splitting, and this is why the people are getting nosebleeds, and it's just going to it's going to end up happening to the whole world, because as
Yep.
long as you get involved in course correction, now you get the butterfly effect, which is the nosebleed. So as more course correction and Alex goes to change the world again, you're going to end up getting a third timeline, a fourth timeline. The
Oh,
only way to
wow.
solve it is to kill Alex, and it all back absorbs into one timeline somehow, because we
Interesting.
know we got renewed for season 3 and a final season 3.
Yes. That's what you'd said the other day was when we were talking. It's like the third and final season, unfortunately, but at least they'll be able to finish it up their way, which is great.
But that tells me that what they did was they went to Hulu or Disney or whoever they go to at this point and said, listen, we want to get renewed for season 3. We're already filming it. This is the idea. It connects with season 2, and this is how we're going to bring the show home, and we don't need more than that. Trust me, listen to this idea. And they told them the idea, and they got the approval. So that tells me they could split the timelines, has a big hanger for season 2, and then
Yeah.
season 3 correct the timelines.
Oh, wow. That would be interesting to see. That would be awesome. I
Or
like that.
Or the other big thing is that the end of season 2 would actually be Alex correcting some timeline, and that you would actually go back to the beginning of season 2, where the last
Oh,
episode
okay.
of season 2 would be him getting on a plane flying out.
Yeah.
So now season 3, he's on the plane and he's flying again. But
Interesting. I
but
like
it
that.
might be a different environment at that point in time. There might not be this. He might not get caught in a storm in the start of season 3 because it's all course corrected.
Yeah. Interesting. I like this. I like that.
So these are like theories that I thought, like I listened to a lot of like other people's theories, and a lot of them and like I said, they all have holes. It's Swiss cheese, I call it.
Yeah.
But the couple was the two timelines was mine. That was like my thing, because of, you can do that where like there's a world where Xavier's in the bunker fighting for the bunker, never left. In the other world, Xavier left the bunker for whatever
Yeah.
reason.
Yeah, to go find Terry. And I like
Yes.
this episode was it was the first time where it wasn't really one singular storyline driven like the rest of the 5 episodes. This one had interminglings of all 3 storylines. You had the Sinatra and Jane, you have Link and his crew, you got Xavier and Gary trying to save Terry, and then turns out
So
that Gary was setting them up the whole time. It's like, oh,
Well, that was you know what, but I want to get there in a second. So
okay.
yeah, so now it tells me, because I remember from last season, if we all remember, the season episode 7 was the best episode of the season, not episode 8. It was episode 7. That's when all the shit happened. So I
Yes.
do believe, like I said, if take away all my bullshit theories, at the end of the day, in the trailer, there was an all-out war going on, and we didn't see that yet.
Oh, okay. I'll have to go
So
back and rewatch that trailer
yeah,
after we
rewatch that
get done with
after
this
right
call.
after this. Go rewatch it, because
Yeah.
you're gonna be like, oh my god, this is gonna be fun, because I have a feeling that episode 7 is just gonna be an all-out war, one way or the other.
Yeah.
That I do believe they could do something like 2 days ago, and they can fix whatever they got to fix. But so yeah, episode 7 is gonna be crazy, and I'm excited for it. The Gary thing didn't make sense to me, because I didn't understand why he ran that wire with the bomb and left the detonator with Gary.
Well, he wanted to leave the detonator there so he can get back to it to set it off.
But he
As
didn't
a
trust Gary
distraction.
to begin with, so why would you leave Gary with the chance to blow up you? Because I thought the whole time that Gary was going to blow it up early anyway, because if Gary would have blown it up, even if Xavier didn't die, I thought he was going to blow it up. Xavier gets, and then they go and they go run into the town and be like, "Oh, Xavier's got a bomb. He's got a bomb. He's trying to kill everybody."
Yeah.
Because where's Gary now? Gary was on the outside looking. So did he pull that trigger and then run away?
I don't know. We curious to see what happens there if
We
Gary
saw
ran
Terry
off
come
or
out and found
yeah.
her, Xavier at the end. So obviously we're going to assume that Bean and Terry are there and told the story that Gary's a bad guy.
Yes. And
So
Xavier, hopefully Terry backs up Xavier saying, well, he was fed lies. Gary told me this, that, the other thing. And hopefully Terry will back him up so that way Xavier doesn't get arrested or locked up somehow in these
now
last
is
two
Gary going to go
episodes.
back to that fair and say, "Oh, I need the baby because Xavier needs the baby," and then try to take the baby back from his
Oh,
friends, and then this way, when Xavier goes to get Gary and the baby, when he goes to get the baby, he has to go find Gary, and then he's going to
yes.
eventually kill Gary to take the baby back with him.
Yeah, it's a like we said, we only have two episodes left, so it's like how many storylines can you cram into this? You said that there's a war in the trailer. I'm excited to go back and rewatch that trailer. So it's curious to see how they're gonna not wrap these up because they know they were already working on a season three by writing stuff like that. So maybe they didn't know and they'll probably still leave some storylines untrimmed, unfinished or whatever, just to kind of set up for that third season. But I like your theory. I really do, where you're gonna have two different timelines working at the same time.
Like you end the episode with like Xavier, with Link going into the bunker, and then you just show him killing Gary and then taking the baby back. So now you're like,
Yeah,
wait, what's going on? Like, how is he in two places
exactly.
at once? What's going on?
Exactly. I like it.
So yeah, Jane is crazy. She had multiple problems, but I mean, listen, there was one thing I did notice in the whole thing was that even when her mom was giving birth to her, before her mom knew that she was going to be bad news and a killer, her mom was an asshole
Yes.
because she was yelling at the nurses to begin with.
Yep.
And then we saw that, while she was supposed to be watching her kids, she was having a rendezvous with some guy in the sauna. And, Jane locked him in for what, 2 minutes and unlocked him. And then you saw she locked Jane in.
Yeah, her mom's not a good person. Jane herself's not a good person. It looks like, or it sounded like she had kind of like an imaginary friend who was trying to convince her to kill her mom and boyfriend. Don't know
Yes.
where that I don't know where that invisible friend is now. When years later she removes a man's member because what was
Well,
it?
wasn't that part of the end when she twirled her hair and said, "You did good today, Jane," or whatever? Wasn't that her being the imaginary friend?
No, she was pretending, or she was envisioning herself as Sinatra. Sinatra has that shoulder length cut.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's what that was. I thought it was
Yep.
imaginary friend telling her she did good.
No, because Sinatra said something like "you did good, Jane" type of thing. So that was Jane's way of trying to be Sinatra,
Maybe
by
she kills
saying
her daughter out of
something.
jealousy and not out of revenge.
Maybe.
She wants to be her daughter. Your daughter wasn't grateful. You said yourself that she was in your way. I don't know.
Exactly. Because
The
I was
daughter
trying to
is kind
figure
of
out
annoying, right?
the daughter
Hadley is
annoying.
Hadley is kind of annoying. I mean, if I had to see a child die, I mean, I guess it would have to be that one. Or that annoying kid from The Walking Dead. Remember that annoying kid from The Walking Dead who kept making all the noises and crying and causing the zombies to go? They got
Wasn't
him
that
good too.
Carol's daughter?
No, no, no. Carol's daughter got killed because she went missing, and
That
then
was Sophie. I thought Carol had
but no, no,
another daughter.
no, but when they were in that one place, remember when they had to take all the guts off and put all the guts on them and walk through the horde, and that
Yes.
stupid kid who kept crying, Rick's girlfriend at that point in time
Okay,
in that
yes.
town, yeah,
Okay, now
that
now
that
now that's ringing a bell.
yeah, that kid was the most annoyingest kid in the world.
Yes.
Carol's kid, that was a messed up situation. She went missing. They were looking for her, and I guess while she was hiding, a zombie found her when she was. That was fucked up.
Yes.
That they had the daughter just go. She was, in this world. She didn't know where she was. Oh, I don't want to think about it. Like, back to paradise. So yeah,
Yes, back to
yes, kill Hadley. No, I'm joking. So what do you think Alex is?
like you were saying, I've been saying, I think it's a computer program. I like your what was it you were saying, a course correction program. So I believe it's a computer program of some sort. I've been saying that, like we were talking about acronyms and stuff like that. So that's
Because
what I'm
who
pretty
chooses
sure.
1997 to go back in the time thinking that that's going to fix everything because she was born 97?
Yeah, she was born just after that because he was emailing her, or the Alex was emailing. You said the guy's name was Don,
Yes.
emailing Don before she was born. So curious. Every episode leaves you with even more questions than answers, practically. So
I
it's
don't think we get a solution to this Don situation. I think that's it. I think he's gone. I think that's going to be it.
uh,
That was the message just to show you what Alex can go back in time, but to make
yep,
it's like a little little seed to plant for later.
Yeah,
To me, I
that's
got
what it
total
feels like though.
Terminator vibes. Didn't you get Terminator vibes?
A little bit, yes. Especially with how psychotic, and I even put on my notes, Jane is a pure psychopath. So yeah, especially with how psychotic Jane is, she's almost Terminator-esque like, with how she
I
handles
wonder if
stuff.
Jane was the Terminator sent back in time.
Maybe. Could have been.
We'll figure it out, right?
Be fun. But I still don't think the two of you would work out. So I'm just
But
looking out for your benefit here.
you said you're rooting for us.
I'm rooting for you, but I don't think it's going to work out.
Yeah, she liked Billy, loved Billy, and we saw how that ended.
Oh, true. Good point.
So let's see. Terry finds Xavier. We at the end. Gary is gonna die soon because he screwed over everybody.
Yeah, he's a piece of
Um,
crap.
Jane's crazy. She went out. She had a conversation with Link. They made a deal.
Yep.
Also, at one point in the trailer, which you'll see later, the
Yes.
bunker doors open and Sinatra actually she the sun hits her in the face and she closes her eyes and takes a deep breath.
Oh, okay.
So I'm wondering at some point they want to talk to Sinatra for whatever reason. There's a theory going around that Sinatra and Link are actually allies, and Link's actually there to send the message to her from like the higher ups, and that's why they want to kill Alex because Link obviously how would Link know to go shut down all the nuclear plants and stuff? And
Yeah.
he has pop culture references but doesn't have an age. He seems to be way too young to understand things from back in the day without
True.
TV or knowledge. And is he Calvin? Is Link Calvin going to see the leader saying, you got rid of me, when I was a kid?
Wow.
Because Link could be a
That's
nickname and Calvin could be his real name, and he could be coming back saying, you put me out in this world, as a kid to survive. Here I am, and now we have to destroy your fucking program because it's gonna.
kill people or
Yes.
yes. Or they got
So
to try to write the timeline somehow. Yeah.
yeah, there's gonna be a big Link reveal this episode. I feel, and keep in mind, people, we don't have screeners, we don't have spoilers. I have no fucking clue. I'm just guessing that we're gonna have a big Link reveal this week.
I hope so, because like I said, every episode so far has left you with more questions than answers, and that's why I love Dan Fogelman's type of writing and shows and stuff like that, because every episode brings you even deeper and deeper into falling in more love with it. So it's awesome.
Yeah, no, it's great. Did we miss anything? I'm trying to think. I don't think we did.
No, I don't think we did. We're only covering one episode at a time now, so it's easier to kind of get these
Yes.
out a little bit quicker, but also at the same time with so much happening in each episode, I'd hate to try to recap episodes 6 and 7 at the same time because it's like, oh wait, what happened here? We got this
That's what I'm
going
saying. There
on,
was
that going
so
on.
much, and then 2 weeks pass, and you miss like the chance. Like even with these two theories I came up with, they can both be, cold water can be doused on these theories within 5 minutes of the episode on Monday. So
Yes,
you can easily go that way too. So like I said, that's what I love about the show. It makes you think, where's it going? How's it going? If you guys have any theories, let us know. So many shows, so many shows.com, so many mashups. Pete and Mike, this is Paradise season 2, episode 6, and I just can't wait for episode 7. I'm actually gonna, I really want to. I just want to start rewatching season 1 and season 2 again just to see if I missed anything before 7 and 8.
yes. Yeah,
So
I'm meaning to do that as well, especially after the Lincoln Lawyer
it's just hard. There's so many
podcast wrap
shows,
up.
literally, no pun intended. We have Jury Duty Company Retreat we talked about. We just did an Abbott Elementary mashup. You're doing the Lincoln Lawyer, breaking down episodes by episode. So we got a
Yeah,
lot going on with TV, and March Madness is right now. There's basketball all over the place.
yes,
It's our busy season, people, once again. So, but what a great time to be alive.
exactly.
Yeah, I guess until the next one, have a good one.
Talk to you in the next one. Have a great week.